Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, on people, it's your boy Max McMillan, but you guys already know that because you're at the best channel on the YouTube planet on the face of the earth. Yes, I said it. I'm claiming it. Welcome to the first time listeners. I'm glad to have you guys here. Returning listeners, it's sensational. You already know the vibes. Today, I just want to go straight into it. Come on, guys. You know what it's all about. Today, we are gonna talk some horror films. Horror film talks. Always. Let's get into it. Hell House LLC. Right. Name straight off the bat, I wasn't sure what to expect. I was like, this is an interesting name. Calling the film an LLC already, I was already suspicious of why is that added into the title? That's for businesses, LLC. It will all make sense. I promise you. I promise you. And the way, just from like a standoff, like get go, I wasn't sure how this film was going to go, but I was I enjoyed the journey. I can't lie. I was like, you know what? I'm here for it. Let's see where this journey is gonna take us. And I got to say, I was pleasantly surprised. But straight off the back, I want to give appreciation to the film about the way it took its film narrative. It reminded me of throwback horror film for you, and if you know it, Paranormal Activity. And by that I mean that the film was shot in a way of it being a complete recording of the main characters documenting their process of doing what they were doing. To give you a quick underline, overline, whatever you want to call it, something line. Hell House LLC is about this group of friends that create haunted houses in different locations across America, and they make it a profitable business, and then they change location every year just to kind of the vibes. So that they probably rent out or buy out a home, they do it up and make a proper haunted house, and then move on to the next one. It's successful. People talk about it. People love it, and particularly because it's based in New York. I think particularly they're talking about like the New Jersey area. They love Halloween out there. I'm gonna have to come do up Halloween out in the States sometime. Someone invite me. Come on. But yeah, that's essentially what the movie's about. This group of friends, their business, go out, make a haunted house, blah 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 blah. Cool. But the way the film kind of takes over, it starts off like a news report, and I honestly thought I was wondering. I was asking my guy. I was like, "Yo, is this actually a real story? Does this actually happen? Because it seems very legit. It seems very authentic. The news report, the police reports are like, yo, this is what happened in 2004, then in 2009. Loved it. I really loved it, especially as me as a savvy kind of film critic. Yes, I am self actualizing myself as a savvy film critic. I said it. I really love that approach. And yeah, it really allowed me to really dive in. And then for the rest of the film, it was one of the survivors discussing what exactly happened in the whole time with the journalist, and she had video recordings, as in they were making a documentary for themselves, one of their friends, just so they can sell it afterwards and have their YouTube fans and subscribers go up and everything like that. Shout out my YouTube fan, by the way. If you guys aren't already subscribing, please, I would love that. It would really show a lot of support to my channel. Sharing it does so much stuff. And yeah, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, my first point of discussion is I want to talk about the main character, the guy whose business this was. His name's Alex. So it's a group of six of them. So there's Alex's girlfriend. There's Paul, who does the main recording. There's Mac, who's Alex's business partner per se, and then there's two other people. Wait, two, four, five. Sorry, there's only five of them. Look at me, get my numbers wrong already. But there's five of them. So what did I say? There's Alex, there's Mac, the two business people, and then there's his girlfriend, there's Paul, and then there's one other person. I'm forgetting his name, but those are the five main people. But Alex is the main guy. He's running this. He's organizing this. He actually hired everyone into his business. So this is his enterprise. Now, the first big notion I questioned once as I was going through the movie, at some point, we found out that he's the one that arranged the house, as in found the house. He obviously he made a deal and blah 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 blah. Like this was like he said, "Yo, guys, we're going here. This is my decision. This is the house I'm paying for, whatever." So and so. Now, fast forward in the movie, we come to find out that this house has stories about it. It's haunted. Essentially, the original owner of that, basically a mother and a child went missing whilst they were staying, because it used to be like a hotel back in the day. They went missing when they were staying in this hotel, and they questioned the hotel owner what happened, but they could never find him. After some time, the hotel owner ended up hanging himself, and it was just said this building was just condemned. It was scary. No one wanted to touch it. Like it was just everyone in town knew about this building. Like it was already cold. Like yeah. scariness, nonsense. It was bad juju from the get go. So I was like to myself, I hear you, man, are like the Scooby Doo's. Like, you guys don't believe in these scary ghosts and monsters and whatnot. But boy, sometimes you just read a few of those stories and just say to yourself, let me take a step back for a minute. Why am I going through all this extra stuff? Let me get a nice, clean, unhaunted story house and I can still do the same thing. I don't need a house that's actually had people die in it and people getting lost in it, and it isn't in the middle of town like in proper New York City. It's out like in New Jersey. If you don't know about New Jersey is like in the outskirts of the city. It's in like the suburbs. So it's in a forest and trees. You ain't running nowhere. So I'm like, why would I pursue it? But Alex, that's on you, bro. I don't get you. I don't want to get it, and I don't need to get it. I'll be already out at this point. But hey, there are Caucasians, so the story still goes on. Now, now they're looking around the house. There's cobwebs and everything around it. It's very weird. It's eerie. That's the word. This house just gives you eerie vibes. Now they're going around the house the first time investigating and realizing that the lights and switches aren't on and that. They're like, okay, cool, we need to fix that, arrange that. And they're making their way now into the basement. There's a basement in this building. Creepy as hell. Like, imagine everywhere else is like whatever material it is, then the basement is brick. It's brick wall, brick basement, thick steps, hella doors. Creepy. They head down into the basement, yeah. And yo, imagine there's just Bibles laid out in like a circle, like some kind of priest was doing his thing down there, like 4, 5, 6 Bibles arranged perfectly in a circle, and on the wall it was the devil sign. What's that? You know, the star in like a circle, just slapped on the wall. And you're telling me this was in the house before you might even thought about doing any haunted house decoration. This was already the decoration in the house, and the main character's like, oh yeah, this is perfect. I'm gonna have this in this part of the house. We're gonna do this, and we don't even need to change anything. It's already perfect. My boy, let me take my glasses. Let me take my glasses. In. My boy, come closer. I am not touching this house. Now you're telling me, on top of everything already being a bit judge, there is already demonic activities happening before I have arrived. Before my presence has come, there is someone else who's doing juju. Hey, I'm out, bro. I'm out. I'm already out. I'm gone. I'm gone. Mm-mm. But yeah, that was not second red flag for me. I would have already been out. So that was like questionable character decision. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because Alex's decisions were kind of justified later on. They didn't say what happened, but as things got worse, one of the characters wanted to leave, Paul, and essentially Mac told him he didn't. They didn't tell the audience which is unknown, so you can make your own assumptions. But I'm under the assumption that they were like he had already invested quite a lot of money into this haunted house, and because of a financial or business perspective, he couldn't let this go. He couldn't let this sink. He had to make it work, and that's why throughout the film he's being positive. He's brushing off all these scary nonsense behavior because he's like, yo, this has to happen. There is no choice B. There's only choice A, and I'm gonna make sure plan A goes to plan. Period. Cool. So we talk about 2 red flags so far. Third red flag. Third red flag was mental. So Paul, the guy was videoing stuff. So basically, in the house at the moment, there's 5 of them, and like Scooby Doo crew, 5 of them. So Alex and his girl had left. So now there's 3. There's only 3 people left in the house. It was Paul, it was Mac, and it was one of their friends. His name is still escaping me, but hey. Anywho, Paul is the one with the camera. He's videoing everything. Paul's a bit of a creep, by the way. He's just on nonsense behavior. But anyway, he's documenting everything. His job is to document everything throughout the building. Now, whilst he's documenting, he bumps into Mac along the way. Mac is just sat in like one of the rooms. He's chilling. He's like, cool, where's the other guy? He's like, I don't know. He's somewhere around the building. He's like, cool, whatever. So he's thinking this other guy's in the basement. So he's slowly making his way towards the basement. He's like, cool, whatever. Before he heads down into the basement, one of their characters, one of their dummies, are just stood there, like in the mask and stuff like that, on the top of the stairs, looking down. It's like so eerie. It's like, what? But anyway, he just thought, oh, somebody moved in there. So he looks round the dummy, looks down there, like, oh, other guy, are you there? You there? Nothing. Then the dummy, the costume. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps even thinking about it. He just turns his head to look at Paul, the video guy. So Paul's like, The hell? You scared me, bro. Like, come on out. Because these dummies aren't supposed to be able to move their heads or whatever. They're dummies. Like, they're just sat dummies. Um, Anywho, now this dummy's moving his head. He's like, whatever. I know it's this other guy. I'm getting out of there because you're just messing around with me. So he heads back to the other room with Mac, and Mac's with my boy. And he's like, yo, how'd you do that? He's like, do what? He's like, how did you? There's like, what? So they went back to where he saw the dummy on top of the basement stairs. Man's gone. They'll go into the basement. The dummy's back, sat down, like nothing happened. He's like, my boy, you man are playing with me. You man are playing with me. Now, here's the biggest issue with me. At this point out here, he's told these boys what happened. They may believe him when they not believe him, whatever. Fast forward now, he tells everyone once Alex and the girl are back, it's like, this is what happened, you man. Something's not happened. Something's not right. And he shows them the video footage. He's like, look, I was recording. Look. And they all saw it and went, you're messing with Paul. Granted, Paul was on some dumb stuff. So I hear their concerns, but my boy, like at that point you've had video proof now, video footage of nonsense of craziness happening in your building, and you're still trying to go all the way through. You're still trying to commit to the thing. Nah, couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. At that point, I'm like, hey, bring out the holy water, bring out the priest, bring out the deacon, everyone. Hey, we are anointing this building. This will be a house of the Lord. But hey, man, those were just crazy flags that I was like, yo. And this at this point, goosebumps, shivers, all going through my body. It's crazy, yo, crazy. Ah, a thing I do have to highlight in the film. Oh, it's kind of sad, but I really felt for him. So one of the actors that's gonna be in this haunted house, yeah, the girl, she's being tied up in the basement and being like looking like the damsel in distress, like a ripped up dress, and whatnot. And since she's tied up, they also had another actor that's supposed to be in there with her, like pretending to be one of the clowns, and he had the key for her because she's locked up, she's chained up. Yo, I don't really want to ruin this for you guys, so maybe fast forward a little bit if you don't want to hear this. But anyway, now the night of the haunted house, and the demons are coming out. Like there's a demon randomly in the corner, demon here. People are screaming like, "Get me the hell out of here!" And the girl's tied up. She's like, "This is not part of the thing. This is not part of the thing. Help me!" Roman's got the key. The Donny with the key that was dressed up as a clown. He bolted. He was one of the first ones out of the room. He's like, "I did not get paid for this today. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Finish." Oh, he was a track star. Hey, and I'm just like, it was so sad for the girl because she was just trapped there, hands locked at chains, and yo. Anyway, safe to say she died, by the way. In case you weren't sure she escaped, she was one of the first ones. She was gone. She was sacrificial lamb. Hey, let's peek. Anywho, let's wrap this up. I did really enjoy this film. I feel like, I really appreciate a film when it surprises me, when there's a twist to it, when there's an unprecedented turn, and this one done it fantabulously. This whole time, we're thinking this is a survivor talking with a journalist, and then at the end, and I love when people get me like this because I'm like, damn, why didn't I see this or pick the pieces up together? It was in fact the ghost of the girl talking with the journalist to convince the journalist to come into the house so then she can be killed too. It was the demons acting, because even everything she said, like you connected it later on, because she was saying initially like, "Oh, I have all these recordings, which is what we're watching, because I grabbed them all before the police came in, and and then I kept them, and I was just staying at a family's house and whatnot." And then in the actual tape, before we even see her getting killed, this is before that, but we see her seeing her friends get killed and her just trying to run out the house. That's it. So I'm like, wait, and with the police being there, I was like, wait. At what point then did she collect these tapes? Is she saying she gave them to the journalist and she got the tapes before the police came in? And I'm thinking, if the house is being haunted by nonsense, the last thing I'm thinking about is I need to go and get the recordings. I'm out and I'm not coming back. So clap my hands. The man did a great, amazing job of that. They got me. Hey, hands up. They got me, and I really enjoyed that. But this is a good recommendation film. Haunted House LLC. It really kept me on the edge of my seat, wanting more, and the way they went about unfolding the story, clean behavior, clean work. So if I'm gonna have to give it a rating, I'm gonna have to give it a Sturdy. It was a stud. I'm giving it an 8.5. 8.5. I don't think I've given a film an 8.5 yet. So when I'm saying this is an 8.5, this is a good watch. And it's creepy and it's haunting enough to make you try and connect the pieces and the dots all the way through. So, yeah, I enjoyed it, bro. I really enjoyed it. Shout out the crew for this one. And yeah, I guess that's the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review and this quick talk and discussion as we go through my trauma. Because damn, why am I even watching horror films? I don't know, man. I just love my sci-fi and my drama. But here we are. Here we are. You know what I mean? It's created something beautiful. Thank you as always. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. Share the video if you can. Go and follow me on the socials. That's maxmcmillan.global. But apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah.